Bonjour les garçons. Let's take a look at the topic of today. Exprimer le temps. Express time. Express duration of time, to be more precise in this video. What do we think about when we think about expressing the time? We think about words in English such as during, for, ago. In French, we have the same words. 4 mots. Pendant, dans, il y a, depuis. Pendant would be the equivalent in English of for, when you want to say something like for 3 months, for 5 years, or during the summer, during the holidays. Dans would be the equivalent of in. Il y a would be ago. Depuis would be since. Let's take a look at them with some examples. Let's start with pendant. So like I said earlier, pendant is for, during. Je pars. I'm leaving. I'm going to France. Je pars en France. But when am I going to France? Je pars en France pendant les vacances. I am going to France during the holidays. Okay? This is one way we can look at this. Let's pretend I want to explain that I am going to France for 2 weeks. Well, in this case, there is nothing simpler. I will use the same thing, and I will say je pars en France. Sorry, I'm gonna cross this here. Je pars en France pendant 2 semaines. Did I say 2 or 3 weeks? I forgot. There you go. This is how you will use pendant. Dans or in is going to be used for something that's going to happen in the future, right? In the future. As a matter of fact, I can write this down. Dans le futur. Okay? Dans le futur. There will be. Il y aura. Flying cars. Des voitures volantes. This is one example of dans. Je vais pardon. Je vais prendre l'avion. I am going to fly. I am going to take a plane. Je vais prendre l'avion dans 3 jours, in 3 days. And this is how you use in. Again, very easy. Now, il y a. Il y a is very interesting. Il y a, as you know, il y a can mean there is. Il y a un chat. There's a cat. But this is not what we are trying to use il y a for today. We are going to use il y a to say ago. So I'm going to take my case. I arrived in Hong Kong in 2009. Je suis arrivé en 2009. Now, if you subtract that with 2014, you will have 5 years, right? So I can say that I arrived in Hong Kong 5 years ago. Je suis arrivé il y a 4 ans. And this is how I say 5 ans. This is how I say 5 years ago. Il y a 5 ans. Do you want another example? Yes, I can give it to you, sure. A long time ago, right? So, il y a très longtemps, a long time ago, j'ai vu un film. I saw a movie. Okay, this is not the best sentence, but I hope it makes sense. Il y a très longtemps, j'ai vu un film. A long time ago, I saw a movie. This would be for ago. And finally, using depuis. Depuis means since. So something very difficult that people don't understand with depuis, they do not understand that when using depuis, the action is still going on, okay? The action continues. You cannot use, so therefore you cannot use a past tense or a future tense. Depuis is the tense of the present because you keep doing it, okay? Depuis is since, right? So I'm going to take a look at, okay, let's talk about Nike, for example. Nike was created in 1974. So Nike exists since 1974. Nike existe depuis 1974. Now, if I use depuis at the beginning of a sentence, I need to write that little que here. Depuis que je suis ici, ever since I'm here, depuis que je suis ici, je n'ai pas de problème. I have no problem whatsoever. I have not encountered any difficulties. Je n'ai pas de problème. Okay? And this is how you use depuis. I hope the video was helpful and clear enough for everybody. If you have any questions, if you have things you want to share or you want to ask more details about any points raised in the video, please feel free to drop a comment on Edmodo or ask them in class. Merci les garçons, au revoir.